I've already got the base for my wedding cake, and I just spent the last 2 hours looking at pictures on Pinterest, on Tumblr of wedding cakes, and I'm so inspired. Like, why? Why do I want to do this? Because we're gonna order this from a 1-star and also a 5-star bakery. I want to make this kind of like difficult, like technical. This might potentially be the ugliest wedding cake you'll ever see, but it will be a technical challenge so we can truly see the differences. Okay, so I think we should draw like a bride and groom on top, just because like I think this will make it easier to visualize the whole thing. And apparently my groom is marrying a Pictionary pin. Like literally, what is this? This is just my preference, but basically I want my wedding cake to be a pastel wedding cake with color. I know some people like a white wedding cake, but I think that would be boring. I will do some things with white, but for the base I thought we should do some macaroons. So I want to make them in pastel blue and also in pastel pink. This has to be the saddest attempt at making macaroons, and I'm sorry in advance, but it's what we've got. Why does this look like an Easter egg cake? Let me attempt to do some filling on the macaroons just so they fully understand that these are macaroons. I want the base of my wedding cake. Oh, that's not it. I want the base of the wedding cake to have this like a drip, like effect. Okay, this looked a lot better on Pinterest. Also, every bridezilla on their wedding day. So I want this whole bottom of the cake to be in blue. And I know that's not very conventional for wedding cakes, but like I want to make this an actual challenge for the bakeries, because otherwise this would just be boring. So I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. To make this a little more wedding cake like, I basically want to add like these little pearls. I've seen a lot of photos of wedding cakes, and a lot of them have got these like, it's not a very complicated step, but I feel like these little like changes is what's going to make this look more like a wedding cake and not like an Easter bunny birthday party, which is kind of where we're at the moment. I already know what everyone's gonna say, that this doesn't look enough like a wedding cake, so I'm thinking of doing like a frosting like edge, like very wedding cake like, very like old school, like grandma wedding cake, I guess. And then I saw a lot of ugly wedding cakes that have this like drape effect, so I think we should do that as well. This is the most confusing wedding cake ever. This top part looks a lot more like a wedding cake. Like, I'm actually getting excited for this. And I've seen a lot of pictures of these wedding cakes that are basically a tree with flowers, and it honestly looks, I know it sounds weird, but it looks so cool. So that's exactly what I want to do, just for me. This might sound weird, but I promise you guys, like I saw photos of this and this really worked. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw like a tree, but I swear to you, if this goes the way it goes in my head, this is gonna work. A literal artist. Like, I don't know what this is, but like in my head this makes sense. What I want to do is I want to draw some flowers all around the top as if they're growing from the tree. So let's do some in the back as well. Some on this side. I'm a little bit worried about the price because these are 3-layer cakes, so I will tell you the price and everything, like the price differences. This is definitely supposed to be like lighter, like in pastel colors. So maybe I'll add some like notes, just make everything in pastel so that it looks like a wedding cake. But that looks a lot more like a wedding cake now than it did in the beginning. I'm hoping they will do these little sticks because I want the cake to like feel like a wedding cake, and a wedding cake is always so big and like separated the levels, and I want that for my look. For the base, I mean, they can do whatever color they want. I'm not gonna be specific about that, but that is basically my wedding cake. I'm probably gonna be the first person ordering 2 wedding cakes on the same week. Actually, probably not. I forgot about the existence of the Kardashians. Kris Jenner would. She would be proud of me right now. I'm gonna place the order, guys, and next time I see you guys, I will hopefully have the cakes in my house. I will not see them, and I will react to the 1-star and the 5-star. Before we show it to you, I just want to say that the 1-star cake actually cost 120 pounds, which is around the same in dollars, I think. And the 5-star one cost 400. This is the most amount of money that I've ever spent on food, like ever, but it is a wedding cake. I'm gonna close my eyes, guys, and we're going to react to the cakes. I think we should bring the 5-star cake first because I expect it to be amazing, and then the 1-star Wait, do you have to build the 3 layers or did it come already built? You have to build it, right? I'm probably more nervous for this than I would be for my actual wedding, which probably says a lot. Wow, so we've got how many of these? Like 3 boxes? I think it's casting a shadow on me or something. Like, wait, can you help me slide it? Because I want to look at it after it's been on camera. Can I slide it? Oh my god, imagine if it falls after I spent 400 pounds on it. Holy... Oh my god. I can't even show it all on camera. This is... I literally got goosebumps. We need to show like a bigger image. This is the most beautiful wedding cake that I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like this. Ooh, this is definitely a dangerous game that I'm playing here. I honestly feel like I might have designed the dream wedding cake for so many people. Like the colors, the pink, like I expected a little bit more flowers, but no, this is better than I expected. Do you see the detail on that? They did exactly what I wanted. The macaroons, are these like homemade? Oh my god, I can't eat this. I honestly can't eat this. I feel really bad. It must have been so difficult to do this and also not make it look like it was made by a literal 5-year-old, because the idea, like you guys saw my drawing, there's a reason why these people have a waiting list. I would postpone my wedding for this cake. Like, I'm not exaggerating. This is truly the best. Have you seen the bride and the groom? The quality of this. Oh, no, maybe we shouldn't. Also, the detail, look at the way they did like the little sticks. It's so much better than what I expected and what I even asked them to do. Like, they didn't have to snap like that. This is the craziest thing I think I've ever bought for one of my videos, to the point where I don't think I actually... Should I freeze this? Can you freeze a wedding cake? Isn't that a thing that brides do? Can I actually freeze this and save this for my wedding day? Do you think this lasts 50 years? Can my wedding cake survive World War III? Like, that is the question. Me arriving to Iran with my freezer. Oh, Jesus Christ. I feel like we need to get some shots of just the cake. Obviously, this was very expensive. Like, we do have to take that into consideration. So we can be terribly disappointed when the 1-star cake arrives, because, you know, this is like on a different level. So hopefully it's going to be fine. So I'm going to move this aside a little bit while we bring the 1-star cake. Even the boring layer, it smells so good. Why does it smell like that? So help me move it a little bit forward. Oh, this one feels more stable. I haven't seen it yet, but I can only hope that it's in frame because I honestly can't see it. But this is the 1-star cake. Look, I mean, after we saw that, like, anything would be disappointing. Like, we have to be honest, right? I feel like I haven't even seen it. Maybe it's better in the front. Let me have a look from the front. Actually looks on camera, it doesn't look like that huge difference, but the part that's really killing me is the drip effect. Like, I feel like this place is really good at doing plain cakes, because this layer almost looks better than the 5-star one. But I mean, everything else is on a complete different level. This is like comparing my content to like David Dobrik. Like, we support. I can't seem to get this well on camera without like literally ruining the whole cake. But this drip effect, it's like, it looks like smeared with like a knife. Like, honestly, I would probably do a worse job than that. You know, I paid them for a budget wedding cake, and actually the second layer does not look budget at all. On camera, it's like not translating nothing of what I'm saying, which is really frustrating. But in real life, this one feels more 3D. That one feels a little bit cleaner. I find this a little bit much for an actual wedding cake. Like, my drawing looked a little bit more like this. And also, like, this is so smooth. Look at the way they've done the drip. This is like actual art. Like, it belongs to a freaking cake museum. This is like my post-nasal drip. My runny nose when I got the flu. This actually looks better. This is the 1-star cake versus the 5-star. I honestly think I like the 1-star better, but I do get this is a lot classier, a lot cleaner. I find the top of the 1-star a little bit confusing, and when it arrived, the little figures, oh my god, a tragedy on the wedding day. I think they did exactly what I drew, which was these weird figures. The tree actually looks cool. I don't love the pearls around here. I feel like this is way too much pearls, but you know, they bought them. They're like, we're gonna use it. Oh my god, that's interesting. Are you kidding me? This is like the most beautiful souvenir. I feel really bad about this, but it makes me feel better that I'm going to freeze it. Oh my god. Happy wedding day. So we're gonna taste the macaroons and 1 slice of each. I hope I can still freeze it after. So I didn't ask for any specific flavor. So I wonder... This is, I think, strawberry, which I guess is a classic for like a wedding day. I want to show you what it looks like on the inside. I know people are always interested about this, but that's a really clean cut. This gets scarier and scarier. Oh my god, it's moving so much, or whatever. I'm just gonna do it. Gotta be confident in life sometimes. I think this is the same flavor. I'm not expecting like 3 different flavors, but I think it's the same. Oh, I messed up. Okay, I feel like if you get a thicker slice, it's actually easier. This is the exact same flavor, which I guess for a wedding, not everyone is as trashy as me. Better be freaking good. This is getting really, really dangerous, but there you go. I mean, it was kind of a clean cut for this one. So we're gonna cut the 1-star one now, and then we're going to do the final taste test. The top is crunchy. It's like separating. Oh my god, that feels so soft. I could be wrong, but I think this is gonna taste really good. But also guys, I just realized that they didn't add any macaroons around it. That's why it looks a little bit emptier as well. But I mean, I can't blame them. Like, a much smaller budget. They did what they could, and I'm grateful regardless. It's like wet in the middle. Oh no, oh no, oh my god. Oh my god. Do you see that? There's like a hole on the inside. It's like falling apart. I wasn't even touching it and it was like collapsing on the inside. So it does feel homemade. I'll give them that. This literally feels like a homemade cake. I just want to say that if I ruin this, it's not my fault. The cake is really crumbly. Like, it's kind of falling apart on its own. This layer is beautiful though. Like, they actually did a really good job. It's really hard to cut this cake, but it's the same in every layer, I think, as well. Is this strawberry? Does it look like strawberry? So let me do a layer of the... Oh my god. Oh my god. See, that's the annoying part about these pearls being around it, is that imagine that on your wedding day. It's like, sorry, I can't cut the cake. Oh my god. Oh my god, we got a damaged little man. And it's the same as the other one, which is gonna make this tasting a lot easier because they're all the same flavor, right? I think we should just taste it. Let's taste it. If this was actually my wedding day and if I actually sliced this cake to present to guests, the 5-star one cuts a lot easier. Like, this is such a clean cut on the cake. Like, I'm not very good at cutting cake, and it's solid. It's also a little bit tougher. While the 1-star one, it's very crumbly. Like, it looks delicious, it smells delicious, way better than that one, but it looks a lot messier. So I guess if you want like a more rustic look for your wedding, if you're doing research, I mean, and I just want to say before we actually try it that I honestly think they did an incredible job. Like, I'm really grateful that they actually can do this on a much smaller budget. Try to get like a little bit of everything, the filling, a lot of the sponge. Wait, okay, I'll just use my hands. It tastes like shrimp. It tastes like seafood. I don't know what flavor this is. Wait, do you want to try it? Try that. It tastes fishy, right? I should have went for one of those wedding cake taste tests. That's a video idea. I was really excited to love this. Like, I love the look of the cake. I'm still gonna freeze it for how beautiful it is. I'm definitely not freezing this for the flavor. This is not pre-made cake. This is like someone actually made it, but I mean, I don't want to say it, but Betty Crocker would have killed this. Like, I don't know what to say. Honestly, I just am disappointed. Maybe they spent a lot of time on the macaroons. Wow, no, that's good. I'm not even thinking on how much I spent on this, which was a lot. It's just objectively not very good. Wait, I need a second opinion because I honestly, it tastes like refrigerator. Like when it absorbs all the flavors. It's awful, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we've just experienced a scam. Not every artist can be a baker. That's for sure. Let's try the 1-star cake. This layer of cream, and even though it fell apart, it's like a lot thicker, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna taste better. Imagine if I'm just disappointed. Do you wanna give it a try? It's a lot better. This one is good. Like, I wasn't even sure for a second. If I tasted this, I would think that this cost how much that one cost, and that one the other way around. Like, I don't know how this makes sense. This one is a lot better. I mean, look at the plate. It's a literal mess, but it tastes like a homemade cake. It almost tastes like caramel. It's not too sweet. It's like a good creamy like layer in the middle. I've been scammed, and I feel like I scammed someone. This is so different from the previous video we filmed on 1 versus 5-star cakes, because this time around, I mean, this one just looked incredible. Like, I honestly could not believe that they did that. And then this one, I wasn't as impressed, even though I reckon the on-camera looks a little bit better than it does in real life when you can see the imperfections. But flavor-wise, to me, this is a 5-star flavor cake. It's really good. It's creamy. It tastes homemade. I love it. I would choose this any day over that. And honestly, because I care more about the flavor than the look, to be completely honest, I would probably have this one at my wedding. If you wanted a great Instagram photo, then there you go. I mean, that is like on a different level. Like, it's exactly what I asked for. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel and also switch my notifications on. But honestly, only subscribe to my channel if you actually like this video. Like, if you didn't, that's totally fine. I always say that because it's fine. My videos are not for everyone. But if you did, I would also really appreciate if you could give this video a like. Today, it was probably the most money I've ever spent on a video because of that, so I would really appreciate the support, and let me know if you like this or not. Let me know in the comment section down below. Which cake would you prefer? A cake that looks incredible and tastes not so good, or one that tastes amazing and it might not look the best? I think that's like, there's literally 2 types of people, one for this cake and one for this one, and I think I'm more on this side. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I love you guys. I hope you guys had fun. I would love to make another one of these, so you know what to do. I will see you guys on my next video, and I've got a lot of cake to freeze or figure out what I'm gonna do with, so this would be a great time to have friends.